Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Rocket and today we are doing a quick overview of Wondershare Filmora 10. Now this video was requested by somebody down in the comments because they wanted to know how this handy dandy button works with the record a voiceover right here. They wanted to know how it works and how you do it, so that we will be going over. But first we want to go and do an overview of Wondershare Filmora. Now this is my personal choice for editing software personally, mostly because I don't usually have a complex editing style. My editing is pretty simple, down to the bone, not a lot of things cut out or changed, and this makes it really easy to do that. It's only like $80 for a lifetime subscription compared to like Premiere Pro's monthly subscription of I don't even know how much money. But just a quick overview, this is where you put things in. For example, just pick a random video here. This one's already been like pre-recorded. Well, not pre-recorded. This one has already been posted. It's my RT College apartment. This is the volume bar. Drag it up and down for volume. I'm going to mute that. These are the different tracks. Up here is where everything will show that you can like insert into your video. So we have your media, shared media, which I don't actually use, sample covers, sample videos, just like stuff, random stuff. We have our audio. This is like for background music. I usually use this in my screenshots for my videos. These titles I don't usually use. You either drag them onto the timeline or you press this button. Let's drag this over something. So like say we wanted to add something to my end screen, I could click here and it has this and it says your headline here. You could move this around, you can edit what's in it, like bleh, bleh, bleh. Basically, do whatever you want. Over here we have like scale, big, small, normal sized, rotate it, things like that. You can change like the animation that it comes in as. You can change the font, the size. You can change if it's bold, if it's italic, what side it's on, and a whole bunch of stuff. And these presets, which are like different styles, and there are a bunch of different things. And if you have a thing called film stock, you can get a bunch of different titles and transitions and effects and elements. And transitions are really easy. They're transitions. There are lots of different kinds. I like to stick to the simpler ones. So for example, we have a transition here and we'll put it at the if we move this title to the end, so now you see it goes straight from this end screen to this title, this random title, and you put a transition in the middle. You can put it at the end of one or at the start of the other, or in the middle. I prefer the middle. Double click on it, you got the duration, stuff like this, and then if you're still here, you can click on one. You're not sure if you want to use it, just click on it, it'll show this screen, and then it'll show you the transition that it does. It's really handy. We have effects, that's like filters and overlays, things like this, where it'll be over top of your video. Some are animated, some aren't. This is from film stock again, and a few of the automatic ones are like this, where it's like a filter, or there are a lot of filters, and then there are overlays like these film overlays or a strong glitch, stuff like that. The elements are pretty simple. They're just things that go on top, like if you wanted to say subscribe, or like a like button, click the like button, you could have it do that. See, it's just like a yeah, that's an effect. It just, you can put them in places. Like if I pull this over and now we go to this clip and it'll have this little guy dancing or whatever he does on top. And then the split screen is pretty self-explanatory. You can just make a split screen. I don't really understand how to use it. I guess that shows it pretty well. Go over the quick buttons. File. This has a bunch of stuff. Edit, tools, view, export, help. Over here we have things I would never really use. Those are like things in the Filmora app that you don't really need to do. Oh, oops. Save button. That one's really important. You'll save it, and it'll like ask you what to save it as. You got like mail, message center, download more effects. Quick buttons: undo, redo, delete, snip, or split. So like drag this here, click that button, that'll split the film, or you can drag it somewhere and just click that button, it'll split the film. Crop, pretty self-explanatory. Speed, advanced color tools, green screening, motion tracking, and editing. And with some like pictures, you can do duration and be real specific about it. This is render preview, so it'll render your whole video. Like if you've sped something up past like 8 times speed, it'll become choppy and hard to watch. So this will just preview it. It'll take a while to render, but it'll show you everything smooth, just like you had exported it. Add marker, that's probably for more advanced editing. Record a voiceover, we'll get right back to that. Audio mixer, more advanced, and then this is the zoom to fit timeline, so it'll zoom this out so you can see the entire thing, and this is just a manual zooming button. This over here is like if you're playing a video with audio, it'll show the little bar. These buttons are pretty self-explanatory. These two go by frame by frame. Like if I wanted to go frame by frame and try and find something, I don't really use these. The volume, pretty self-explanatory, although not sure. Lag will hold up. That was lag. Playback quality, I don't know what that means, but feel free to use that. Anyway, to get to what I know at least one of you are probably here for, the voiceover. Now it's pretty easy to use. Right here under your main video, there's this little microphone button, and you're going to want to click that. That's the record the voiceover button. It's going to pop up this handy dandy box. And I like to make my screen bigger while I'm recording a voiceover for like my time lapses or speed builds, just so I can see what I'm doing. And before you press this big button, don't press the big red button yet. You want to double check that your device and your input is okay. Usually your input audio will just be input audio, but this device, make sure it's on the thing you want to record with. Right now it's on my microphone because that's what I'm using right now. My mic, this is just my microphone in my laptop. I don't want to use that. You can either choose to have the project muted or not. I'm going to say mute it. Usually I have it muted just by default because in speed builds it doesn't really matter. Anyway, once you're ready, you've checked everything you need to check, you're going to want to press the big red button, and it'll give you a little countdown, and then you'll start recording like, hey, my name is Rocket, welcome back to another video, blah blah blah. So that is how you record a voiceover in Filmora, and it'll pop up as this little recording button. I didn't do it for very long or very loud. Yeah, it was not loud, but you can like drag this up. If I was to actually be able to see the box, yeah, you can drag it up and down to a different volume, and that's pretty simple. Then once you're done with everything, click the save button. But anyway, thank you guys for joining me in my little Wondershare overview. I hope this has taught you something, and I hope maybe you even consider getting Filmora yourself and maybe trying out a few things. I hope you guys all have the best rest of your day or week or anything, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.